So
Yes.
the heart energy, the heart, there's so much that COVID, as Anjie had shared with us a little
Yes.
bit ago, that affected her heart. I'm constantly feeling heart. People are having heart attacks, carditis, whatever it's called. They're having
Yes.
lots of heart things. So I would love some clarification on what is going on right now with all of our hearts.
Yes. 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 We love this question. Well, you know that in the womb, when the two seeds of life from the man and the woman come together and they split and split and split in this beautiful flower of life, you know what happens first. In the center of that life is the heartbeat. And so it is your heart that is meant to be the king, the queen of your life. Your heart is the throne upon which your fifth dimensional soul should sit and rest and be at the helm of your life, not the mind. And you see, the mind has been given such place in your culture. There is so much, we condition children away from the heart and towards the mind. You see, the original neurons in the formation of the human body are not in the brain, they are in the heart. And did you know that your heart has more neurons than your brain, even as an adult? But the conditioning, as we've said, of so many constructs in our society talk you out of your heart being the king, the queen. They talk you into allowing your mind to rule. And so the mind has been in charge. The mind is like a wicked servant. We want you to imagine a castle for a moment. And we want to imagine that this castle is a metaphor for you, for your life. And we want you to imagine that you are the king of your castle, your heart. But you have been conditioned away. And so it is as if the king, the heart, has gone away on vacation. And a wicked servant called the mind has gotten comfortable with being in the king's chamber. And this wicked servant rolls around in the king's bed and says, I like it here. I like it here. I like being in charge. I think I shall order up some food. I think I shall wear the king's slippers. I think I shall put on his robe. I think I shall order around the household servants. And before you know it, if the king is gone too long, the mind has taken over. And so, for example, in this vessel's life, when COVID came, her heart, the fearful parts of her egoic construct stepped up to protect the heart, and she developed pericarditis and an effusion around her heart. The water building up around her heart like water in the moat around the castle, you see, trying to keep the fear away, trying to keep the disease and stress and collective trauma of COVID and so many other things out of the heart. And so her heart was not diseased. Her heart was functioning in order to protect the heart, you see. The water around the sac, like the moat around the king's castle, and the pericarditis, that inflammation saying, stop with the fear. And so what we would want to say is this: there are many fearful parts, and we do not endorse ego annihilation. We endorse embracing and loving your fearful egoic parts. For all egoic parts, be they prideful or offended or sad, whatever they might be, they underneath them all is fear. And what would you do for a little child that was afraid? You would love them. You would love them and hold them and reassure them that they could trust you to keep them safe. And so allow your fifth dimensional higher self to be a loving parent to your egoic, fearful parts, to embrace them and accept them completely and unconditionally. And as you do that, as your soul loves and reparents your fearful parts, they will begin to settle down, quiet down, just like a child who has thrown a fearful tantrum or cried until they eventually cry themselves to sleep in your arms. And don't be afraid to feel your feelings, and kick that servant, that wicked servant, out of your chambers and take up residence again. Allow your soul, your heart, to take up residence, and may all decisions that you make in every moment come from the heart rather than the mind.